As I think everyone can guess, I forgot the draft was tonight. I would not have posted the video earlier today had I had known that the draft was tonight. I mean, I wasted a perfectly good, like, hot topic video we could have talked about next week. I completely forgot the draft was going on. I've been like so lost in WNBA land. I've just like completely fallen off the NBA aside from like the big trades. Why am I yelling? Aside from like the big trades and stuff like that. So I completely forgot about the draft. It wasn't until like an hour before where I was like, oh snap, that's tonight. So I guess you're getting 2 videos tonight. My bad. I mean, I'm sure you're happy, but like from like a content management perspective, this is like really, really bad. But you know, here's your second video in a day. I didn't have to make that video earlier today. I could have been doing anything else. And if anyone is curious, no, I did not go to work because I am not coming in on an off day. Simple as that. So the first person we drafted was someone by the name of Noah Clowney. Now, as you can imagine, anytime he messes up or does anything that I don't find favorable, he's getting called a clown. You know it's coming. I just want to prepare everyone ahead of time. He is a power forward. We are obviously here from that, from Alabama. Not really sure how that's relevant, but figured I'd tell you anyway. He's like 6'10" or something like that. He can allegedly shoot threes here and there, and he's a rim protector too. And I think he can dribble a little bit, so that's really cool. Much appreciated. Our next pick is the 22nd pick in the draft, which, my God, having to sit through these drafts. I'm telling you, when you support a lottery team, the draft is a lot easier to sit through because it's like it's in the first 10. But with those like middle of the road playoff teams, you're sitting there for like an hour and a half. Like, Brody, are we at 19 at least? But that's not here or there. At the 22nd pick, we selected Dariq Whitehead. I might be saying his name wrong, so I'll just say Whitehead. We selected Whitehead, who is a point guard from Duke. What we needed, and they didn't really have like much info on him because he wasn't even there. So they don't have much info on what he does. They just say he's tough. And he's like 6'7", so tall point guard, cool, awesome. What the Nets needed going into this was we needed a point guard because I think we are all in agreement that I was wrong about Spencer Dinwiddie. That was a terrible experiment. Did not work out very well. For nostalgia purposes, it was cute, but out you go after that choke job in the playoffs. But that's not the... Hey, I can admit I was wrong about that one. I'm not wrong about a lot of things, but I can admit that I was wrong about that. Spencer's got to go. So we all know that's not going to happen. And then you tell me who our backup point guard is. Is it Sumner? Is it Patty Mills? Is it Seth Curry? I couldn't tell you. So, you know, we're lacking in that department. Cam Thomas is not a point guard, so we're lacking in that department. So obviously the addition of Mr. Whitehead is going to be much needed, and there's not really much competition at the point guard spot, assuming we don't get Damian Lillard or something like that, which things have gotten very interesting with that because with the number 3 pick or whatever, the Trailblazers drafted a point guard. So who knows? I might be back in a few hours or maybe tomorrow telling you about how we got Damian Lillard, and I have to take back all the slander I just had and pretend like I love him because he's on our team. But that's not here nor there. Anyway, so assuming we don't get a Damian Lillard and assuming we don't get D'Angelo Russell in free agency, which I know none of you are here for, but I'm here for, and I know some of y'all don't want Karis back either, but Karis LeVert and D'Lo are free agents. I know y'all don't want it, but, you know, let me have a moment. You feel me? Let me have a moment. I'm here for that, but that's not here there. Anyway, assuming that we don't acquire a major point guard or something like that, or they try to like say, here's Fred VanVleet, right? I think there's a chance that Whitehead might get some serious playing time, assuming that he's cool. I think he's coming back from a foot injury, which is a red flag, but, you know, the Nets have yet to fail us in the draft so far. That's what we needed. We needed a point guard and we needed a power forward because, again, Finney-Smith is cool, but we need a dynamic power forward to help us out because outside of Claxton, we don't really have much rim protection. And Day'Ron Sharpe is cool, but it didn't really work out how we thought it would. Now, that's that aspect of it. The second aspect of this is, will they actually play? Again, with Whitehead, I think there's a very high chance he sees legitimate minutes because we desperately need another point guard. Even if Spencer Dinwiddie stays, we desperately need another point guard, someone to run the team. We're not even talking about Ben Simmons because he does not factor into this equation because he doesn't play. So we desperately need a point guard. The power forward part, though. In theory, we need one. But how many times has Cam Johnson kind of slid to that 4? We still got Royce O'Neal. Assuming Watanabe comes back. I mean, do we obviously need it, but I don't know. And then again, you know, you gotta kind of factor in that what if these two are just cool, right? What if they're just all right? Because it's like a year ago, if you told me that I would have the opinion of Day'Ron Sharpe that I do currently, I'd say you're crazy. You know what I mean? Like, we can draft someone that can get us excited, and then they'll be mid, right? Like, say a David Duke Jr. No offense to me calling him mid, but it's not like he's a world shaker. It's not like we actively factor him into any of our plans, right? David Duke Jr. is cool. What if these two individuals we got are just cool? And it's like, they'll play if someone gets hurt, but they spend most of their time in the G League. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want anyone to get too hype about it. But then there's reason to be happy because Sean Marks drafted exactly what we need. But he's done that in previous drafts. And sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Which I know is the probability of everything. I'm still waiting to see what the Nets' future plans are. I need Sean Marks and them to get on that podium, have their little 30-minute special on Yes, and say, this is what we're doing. This is the team you can expect. This is the direction. Brooklyn. I need that. I really need some explanation of what the direction of the Nets is because we're hearing rumors that they're not interested in trading Mikal. But then we'll hear other rumblings that he's, you know, an active trade piece. You know what I mean? We don't know. We get reports here and there, but we don't know. We don't know if they're going after Damian Lillard. We don't know if they want another star. Do they think Mikal is that star? We don't know. We haven't heard from the Nets. There's speculation from beat writers and stuff like that, but we don't know. And I think clarity on the direction of the team that's not just speculative from the fans would be really welcome right about now. Now, I'm aware that we have another pick in the second round, I believe 52, but I am not going to sit in front of my TV for another 2 hours to sift through a bunch of picks that I don't care about to get to 52. So whoever he is, shout out to him. We'll talk about it another day, but I refuse to watch the draft any longer than I already have. I don't care. So I'll see y'all later. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Everybody speculate down below what you think of the two individuals we got. And if you're watching this, you know, later on, or if the video takes forever to upload, go ahead and leave your feedback on the third individual that we have drafted. And if we trade any of these individuals, I'll obviously be back. I'll see y'all later. And if anyone is interested on the update on me signing with a metal label, things are... I'll keep you updated, but that's not here or there. I'll see y'all later.